This season for me, it's a new place, a new boat with new department heads.
Best thing to do is feed them alcohol.
I've never hit anything in my career, ever.
Bring me a naked man and bring him to me now.
Challenge accepted.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. It's the Below Deck Med Edition. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-captain. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? New season.
New season, new intro.
Who dis?
Who dis? I surprised you, Teresa. You didn't-
Yeah, I didn't realize that you're going to have a new intro, but it makes sense.
I didn't realize I was going to until...
No, that's
very
smart.
recently.
That's good. That's good.
I take clips from the episode from the season. Yeah, okay. Guys, what's up? Grab the champagne. It is time to christen a new season.
Woohoo!
We got ourselves a motor yacht. Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with the motorboat. Hello. That's a good time, if you know what I'm talking about.
What's the difference?
A motorboat is a sexual activity.
Well, like what?
A motorboat?
Yeah.
When a man puts his face between a woman's bosom and then just goes,
That's a motorboat?
yeah.
How do you know?
I don't know. I've watched some adult films in my time. No, I don't know.
Jesus.
Motorboat's like I don't know. I don't think anyone really does it for fun. They do it for fun. They don't do it seriously. Anyways,
I'm just questioning
it's a
you
motor
right now.
yacht, which is an advanced sexual maneuver, which I could not begin to explain on this podcast.
Yeah, please don't.
Anyway, we are here to talk about Below Deck Med. It is our first time talking about Below Deck Med, but not our first time talking about Below Deck.
Very true.
Because we love this show.
We are not rookies anymore.
We are not rookies. But we are to this Mediterranean, to this motor yacht business. Speaking of this motor yacht, the name of it is Home.
Yeah.
Strongly dislike the name Home for a boat.
Right? Yeah.
I want to be on vacation. I don't want to be home.
But they want you to feel at home.
I get it, but I don't want to feel at home. I want to feel like I'm on vacation. Why am I leaving home and spending $100,000 a week?
It's because, once again, the name sucks for our benefit.
That's right. And we will get to that, Teresa. Don't you die over there.
Jesus.
Oh, boy. Hello.
Something got stuck in my throat.
Yeah, it's just a bad name. I understand. It doesn't make me feel well
Such
either.
a bad name.
Okay, but before we get to it, I know you're trying to tee up boat name this segment.
Ooh.
We will get there in a second. Before we do, a little housekeeping, all right? If you guys want to follow us on social media, and we think you should, you can do it on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. Okay, it's where we keep you updated on all things Married to Reality.
And that's where we chat with you.
It's where you send us messages.
Yeah.
It's where Teresa sends you messages. It's where I would send you messages if Teresa allowed me to interact with you guys. But she's scared of what I'm going to say. She's scared I might say things like motorboating and motor yachting. But I think I behave
No,
mostly.
I think it's John is scared of what I'm telling you guys. So he goes and sneaks in to the messages and checks in what's going on.
I just want to be part of the conversation.
You do. You just want to be part of the club.
I want to be part of the club. I want to be part of the conversation. It's all happening on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. So give us a follow there. Also, get on the Patreon if you're not on the Patreon. That thing is blowing up. It is on fire.
And we are covering Seeking Sister Wife.
Where's the show been my entire life?
Which is an amazing show. I hate to admit how much I enjoy the show.
Don't. Why? There's nothing wrong with it.
No,
You're
that
saying
is
it like
not.
there's something wrong with the
But
show.
that's the thing.
The show's beautiful.
First, I thought that this is maybe a little like not up in our valley. No, up in our alley.
Being up in a valley would be very difficult. Very difficult to do.
Up in our alley.
Up our alley. Up our alley, down in our valley. At first, I didn't think Seeking Sister Wife was down in our valley, but turns out it is.
What's the real saying?
Up. The real saying is now down in our valley. What you were going
it's
for?
not up in the alley.
You were going for up our alley.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what does that mean?
It was. You didn't think it was our cup of tea.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
I know,
So
but
I was being right.
you said up in our valley. A valley is
I know what a valley
land
is.
formation
I know.
that is not up but down.
I know what a valley is.
Get to the point, Teresa. We love Seeking Sister Wife.
Yes, so I was just saying I didn't think it was up our alley,
Yeah,
but
it sure is.
we realized that it doesn't matter because it's great and we love talking about it. And I think we have a lot to say and I just fucking love it.
I think what Teresa's trying to say is we've always covered shows that we could relate to.
Yes.
Starting with 90 Day Fiance, being an international couple, then Married at First Sight, being a married couple, then Below Deck, because there's internationals on board and we love to travel. And then Seeking Sister Wife came along. A lot of our friends said you should cover it. And we thought, well, how do we relate to this? And we watched it and we said, well, we relate to it because we love it. Because we love watching
And
the
it's
show.
educational.
It's educational. We love being
It's on
educated.
TLC, the learning channel.
It's on TLC. It's on our Patreon, patreon.com/married to reality. There's video podcasts, there's audio podcasts, there's bonus podcasts. We don't need to tell you. You guys know. Get over there if you're not on it. Thank you for those who are on it. That's the Patreon mention. Subscribe to the podcast here or wherever you're listening. I guess it's here for you, wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. You'll get every podcast we drop on the free feed. All you have to do is look down, smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as this new season.
Whee!
Because it looks hot.
Who's the hottest on this boat?
Guys or girls?
Either you take your pick.
Okay.
It's 2022, Teresa. You take your pick.
Okay. I kind of like the chef.
Dave?
Yeah.
It's kind of a layup.
He has a
for-
vibe.
Okay, well then I'll take his counterpart. Mm-hmm. Natasha?
Yeah, I would take his counterpart too.
She's
if
pretty.
I had
Yeah,
to
very pretty.
go for a lady.
Yeah, do what you want. Okay, so smash it like it's as hot as those folks. And last but not least, if you haven't left a review, please do. We love those reviews.
We love it. We love love and we love
We
reviews.
love love. We love reviews. All right. That is the housekeeping. Woo-wee!
Woo-hoo.
Before we get into this episode, as I said, home is probably the worst boat name I've ever heard in my life. Okay?
Is it worse than Parsifal 3?
It's so Parsifal 3 sounds like a vacation.
That's true.
If you're spending time on Parsifal 3, I'm like, you know what? I must be somewhere fancy.
That's true.
Off the coast of somewhere.
If you're spending vacation at home,
If you're spending your vacation at home, you're doing something wrong. So, as we do with every episode of Below Deck, we say this name is terrible, and we actually mean it with home. So we change it, and we name the boat in accordance to what happened on the episode that week. And it's a little segment we call Boat Name the Segment.
boat name this segment.
How many boat names do you have?
I have 3, but they're not that great.
I have 3. There's probably one that's decent and 2 that are okay. Boat Name this segment, the premier Boat Name this segment for this new season of Below Deck Med. Teresa, would you take the lead?
I'll take the lead.
Would you go first?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Boat name number 1, that's better than home,
Yes.
is Hello Strangers.
Hey.
That's really good, right?
Pretty good. We're
That's
meeting
really good.
We're meeting some new faces. A lot of new faces.
Hello Strangers.
All new faces.
All new faces
Hey,
for us.
stranger. All right. Hello, stranger. All right. That's good.
Strangers.
Strangers. That's good. Okay. One of those strangers is a guy named Billy. The primary. Not the biggest fan of him. Okay. So my first boat name,
I forgot that you love to explain it before you drop the
the Billy Goat.
name. Okay.
Allow me to explain.
Okay, you
Allow
have
me to
to.
explain. The Billy Goat. Billy goats, the animal, are known to just eat garbage. Okay, they'll eat absolute garbage. They'll eat tree bark. Right? They don't have the best palate. Billy, on this boat, sent back his Wagyu steak to just really cook it, to really burn it. So he's like a Billy Goat in his palate.
Is that an actual goat?
It's a Billy Goat, yeah. So
I thought you say Billy, the greatest of all times.
No, he's the worst of all. Billy Woat, worst of all time.
The Billy vote.
So my first name is the Billy Goat.
I like it
Thank
once
you.
you explained it.
Okay. Number 2, Teresa.
Okay. Number 2. New crew who dis.
Okay. All right. Kind of similar theme. I like it. I'll go with the similar theme.
Okay.
Sticking with Billy. We also got a drag show. We got a drag
Yeah.
queen. Okay.
How do you spell drag? I could not spell it.
D-R-A-G.
D-R-A-G. Okay.
D-R-A-G, drag.
I was spelling it D-R-A-Q.
Nope, but it's a similar looking letter.
Okay.
Drag. So we have Billy, we have a drag queen. Billy's a drag. That's the name of the boat. Billy's a drag because he sucks. Billy sucks. So Billy's a drag.
You love shitting on Billy.
He's the worst.
All right. That's good.
Our final
I like
boat
it.
name of this episode.
My final boat name is To Be Continued.
Interesting.
And I think that's a great boat name.
I don't know if it
because
is.
that's how it ended.
I feel like
And to be continued on a boat basically means that it'll never end.
I feel like
The vacation will never end.
I feel like Parsifal 1's had a subtitle. And it was like Parsifal 1, to be continued.
Really?
Because there's Parsifal 2 and Parsifal 3.
Oh.
No, I was making a joke there.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
sometimes I don't get you.
Most of the time.
You don't think I get you most of the time?
Well, most of the time you get me.
Really?
Most of the time you get me.
Yeah, well-
See if you get this third and
Okay,
final boat
okay.
name. Who's the captain?
Sandy,
What does she do?
she's a captain.
Sure is. Okay. Not Sandcastle. Sandy's Castle.
That's pretty good.
That's
I
a
like
pretty
it.
good boat name. Sandy's
I like
Castle.
It. I like it.
Sandy's Castle. All right.
I like it.
All right,
It should
let's-
have been just Sandy Castle.
No, Sandy's Castle. You got
But it's
to.
like sand, Sandy Castle.
That still is sand.
Okay.
Oh no, I have Sandy Castle. I wrote down Sandy Castle.
Look at you.
Ah! I was defending my name. That wasn't even my name. It was.
You're
Sandy.
welcome,
You could look. I would show you my
America
notes, but Sandy Castle.
and John
You know we have an international following.
and the world.
You're welcome, the world. Let's talk about Below Deck Mad Season 7, Episode 1. We're in Malta, which is a small country off the coast of Sicily with Arabic, Italian, and Spanish influences.
I used to think that Malta was part of Spain.
I used to think it was a beverage that came in 40 ounces. That was a malt. That was a malt liquor. Not
Like
a
a
malt
lot of
liquor.
my friends been to Malta. It's a very popular
Quit
destination.
bragging. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that
It is. Wait.
expensive or anything.
Because what did you just say? It was a popular. It was a popular destination.
Yeah.
According to Sandy Castle.
Well, I know.
It's a hidden gem yet to be discovered by super yachting.
Everyone knows about Malta.
Well, my note was thanks, Bravo, because now everyone's gonna know about it.
No, everyone knows about Malta.
Not Sandy, apparently.
Well, Sandy does not know about Malta, but
She does now.
we're gonna meet the new crew.
Let's meet
So
the crew.
arriving, we have Natasha, who's the chief stew. She's been in the industry for 10 years, and she knows the chef.
She
Because
sure.
they worked together on the recent yacht or recent
Recent,
boat.
yeah. They spent some time together.
So they know each other.
Are we skipping Sandy? We're not going to intro Sandy.
Oh, I thought we are gonna save the best for the last.
No, I want to go in order of who we met.
Okay, so
Otherwise,
let's
we're gonna
meet
be so
Sandy.
confused.
Let's meet Sandy, the captain.
Sandy's back.
Yes.
Sandy is back. She was on a previous season. She's back. She's a Florida native. Okay,
Woo-hoo.
she's from Florida. She's on the boat first. She's a hands-on captain. Let me say that.
That's good.
Captain Glenn, he was hands-on matzah all day.
I loved Captain Glenn.
Captain Sandy is the give me that, I'll show you how it's done type.
And we
captain.
saw it. We saw it.
That's what I'm saying. She's
Yeah.
a hands-on captain. Yes. Then there was Chief Steward Natasha.
Yes.
And once those two were on board talking, this is when we learned we were getting a co-ed bunk. We were going to get a co-ed bunk because the
What does it mean?
Co-ed?
Yeah.
Oh, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Co-ed.
Like girls and boys?
You got it.
That's what I thought, but
Yes.
so
Yes.
isn't it like up to them where they bunk?
Yeah.
Or
they
is
have
it
to-
because of the amount of people that there is no equal amount of guys and girls?
Right. If it's 4 girls and 3 guys and the bed situation doesn't work out that way, you have to throw a co-ed bunk in the mix. We're getting a co-ed bunk, but we're getting a couples bunk,
Right?
I would say. It's more
Oh
of a
yeah, we'll see it
more of
later.
a couples bunk. All right. Next to arrive,
Reagan.
the bosun.
which
Okay.
is basically the chief officer.
She's the leader of the deck.
She sucks.
She's the worst.
I think she's really good at smoking cigarettes where everyone else is working.
She's really good at relaxing.
Yeah.
At
I
me
don't like
time.
her, but she apparently has 12 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Essex, England, but's been living in Turkey for the past 17 years. And Captain Sandy is super excited to have another woman who
female
is the
bosun.
chief officer because she did have one previously who is
Yes.
on another job.
Malia, I believe.
So she's excited to have another lady boss.
I almost feel like she wanted a female bosun, slim pickings, and that's why they ended up with Reagan, because this doesn't seem like a top choice
Yeah.
bosun, right?
No, I mean, first I was like, okay, she looks cool.
She had a vibe.
Yeah.
And I was like, she looks cool. She looks badass. She looks like she knows what she's got to do. And then she spent the whole time smoking cigarettes.
She's the worst.
Absolute worst.
Then we meet Dave, the chef.
Dave, an early favorite of mine.
I like Dave a lot. He's not Marcos.
He's not Marcos in the kitchen. Here's the thing.
His food looks good.
Here's the thing.
It's not Marcos good.
Let's talk about it, because Marcos, and this is I'm gonna say what I think about Dave, and I've only met him for 45 minutes or so. So this is just first impression. Marcos still is passionate about cooking, passionate about food. That was his life, right? Did you see him messing around with girls on the boat?
No.
Did you see him telling us about how he won a British ski championship in 2014? Did you see him climbing Mount Everest? Marcos spent his time in the kitchen.
Yes.
He was a man about food. Dave loved the guy because he does have these interests. He is wild. He is a daredevil, right?
Yes.
But his passion is not the kitchen per se. His passion is life. His passion is living, and that's great. But that's maybe why he's not going to be as great of a chef.
Well,
as
again,
Marcos.
his food looks nice. It looks tasty.
Sure, of
But
course.
it's not Marcos tasty.
Or Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos.
Yeah.
Damn it, Marcos. Yeah. But Dave has 8 years of experience. And I think when he says that, I think it's 8 years of cooking on boats. Because
Yeah,
I'm
I think
pretty
so.
sure because he said he had a restaurant in southwest of France,
Yes.
but it was difficult to keep it busy, keep it going. He loves skydiving. As you said, he climbed Mount Everest.
Yeah, he's a man
And I think
who
he likes traveling too. He likes change.
and that's why I like him. But I just think maybe his passion is not sitting in a kitchen or standing in a kitchen all day.
I think it's part of it, but
Absolute
it's not
part of it.
like Marcos. You're right.
Right. I think it's a job for him and he's passionate about
Yes,
his job. But
you're
for
right.
Marcos, it was his life.
Yes.
Food was his life. I mean, he was in the kitchen doing molecular gastronomy. Then he was
Yes.
doing killer vegan food. Then he was doing sushi, right?
Like Dave could not do this.
I don't think Dave could do that.
No.
We don't know yet. We're judging
we'll
early.
see.
We're
I
judging
know,
early.
but I like Dave too. I like Dave.
And he's got a thing with Natasha.
Yeah, he's got a thing for Natasha.
I think he's got a thing with Natasha.
Well,
We don't know at this point in the episode, but by the end of the
Yes.
episode, I think he's got a thing with Natasha.
next we meet Jason from Indiana.
The wild card, a deckhand.
Deckhand.
And Indiana really falls flat after you hear Essex, Turkey, Mount Everest, Indiana. It's like, all right, Jason, you're trying.
Indiana.
You're
Well,
trying.
Next we meet Natalie.
Not
Who-
Natalia. I thought it was Natalia.
Oh, Natalia, right. Ugh,
Nat and
I
Nat.
Americanized the name. Natalia,
Natalia.
who literally looks like
Natalia.
Natasha went into porn.
Okay, so you're picking up on the glasses.
Yes.
Here's my hot take.
Did you watch her somewhere?
No, that would be a hot take.
Hey!
She's attractive. Here's my hot take. Natalia doesn't wear glasses.
What do you mean?
That's my hot take. They look too similar. That production was like, shit, we need a way for our viewers to tell them
think
apart.
so?
Natalia put on these glasses.
No, I don't think so. I think she does wear glasses.
I don't think she wears glasses.
Maybe she might be like me. She wears glasses and contacts. I wear contacts more than glasses. But maybe, yes, for that reason, they could be like, hey, could you stick with your glasses instead
Yeah.
of contacts?
They're-
But I don't think those are fake glasses.
They're very similar looking
Yeah.
women, and you
The
need
names?
something to. And the names, you need something to tell them apart.
It's like you say Natalia, Natasha, potato, potato.
It's Nat and Nat.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Then we meet Kyle, and I love Kyle.
Another early favorite of mine. You know he's gonna bring
Oh,
the
he's gonna
entertainment.
bring all the entertainment. He's a steward.
He's another. He's
like
another stew.
Natalia.
Yes. And then we see Captain Sandy FaceTime Z, who is returning from last season. Sandy liked what she saw, so she brought him back. Unfortunately, he's stuck in quarantine in Malta, along with another Decky, Storm, who I'm pretty sure is most well known for his time on American Gladiator.
What?
Do you know? Have you ever heard of American Gladiator?
Yeah.
You have?
I think so.
All their names were like Storm, Ice,
Well, maybe not.
Laser. It was like these amateur athletes in spandex doing ridiculous events like climbing
Well,
rocks.
I think
and
I've heard of it.
they always had
but-
those huge sticks trying to knock each other off platforms, and all their
like
names were
medieval
like
style.
yeah, Storm, Laser. And so now we have
I like the name Storm.
Storm. You don't want to storm on a boat. That's all I'm
That's
gonna.
very
You don't
true.
want to storm on a boat.
Well, let's see what Storm's gonna bring to the boat.
Okay, so that is the crew, right? Then we get Nat and Nat. They're going through the cabin situation, and Natasha claims Dave for her cabin.
Because they have to have the boy-girl cabin.
You need the co-ed cabin. We're getting the couples cabin because, as Natasha says, well, we know each other. So
yeah.
we,
I mean, it does also make sense. Like, even don't think about the relationship or not, right? The fact that you know someone and you know that there has to be a boy-girl cabin,
Sure,
that
sure.
just makes sense.
And Kyle with Sass the segment, his first Sass the segment. Nobody told me about husband and wife cabins. Oh, Kyle's going to be good. Kyle's going to be pure entertainment.
So I don't know if you pick up on this, but if you picked up on this, but all these guys and girls kind of don't give a shit about their supervisors. They just
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to them. Like it would not
There's
happen
no-
on Parsifal 3.
There's no hierarchy.
Exactly. Like they are literally like no boundaries. Like no, like, oh, you are my boss. Well, I'm still gonna call you out.
It's because Sandy is such a presence, right? That everyone just fears her. I feel like, and
Maybe.
she is the leader of everyone. She's the common enemy of everyone. So then everyone
Possibly.
else becomes equal. Glenn was off in his cabin eating peanut M&Ms, watching nature documentaries. So someone else had to lead. Sandy is so hands-on
That's
that
true.
she's the leader of everyone, and everyone else is the follower.
That's true.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Well, let's see.
So Sandy calls an all crew.
All crew, all crew.
All crew. And they find out that two of their crew members are still in quarantine,
Z and Storm.
which is not ideal because we have to pick up charter tomorrow.
Ooh.
But that's for tomorrow. Right now, a little rundown, a little HR segment brought to you by Sandy. Rules of the boat.
She expects clean floors and an adult behavior, no sexual harassment.
No hateful comments, no sexual harassment, but Sandy's a softie. Sandy's a little
She's
bit.
all for love.
Sandy's a little bit of a softie. It's okay to fall in love if you want. I would
Thanks, Sandy.
I would actually love to officiate the wedding. We could do that as a captain.
It's like, thanks, Sandy. And then we meet two additional crew
This
members.
is my favorite.
I didn't really get that, but it's the chief officer, Ray.
Ray, yeah.
So basically, the bosun is not a chief officer, as they mentioned.
Yeah, I didn't put down. I let you go with that. I didn't put down that
They
Reagan
mentioned
was.
it. Or maybe I mentioned it.
Maybe you're confusing Ray and Reagan.
I don't
Because
know.
Ray is the chief officer.
Yeah, so Ray is the chief officer, and then Carlos is the chief engineer.
Hello.
But correct me if I'm wrong, they're not part of the show
No,
necessarily.
they're standing there like, what did we get ourselves into? Right? They're all disheveled. Everyone else is put together
But
nicely.
let's
like,
see, they may appear on a few shots, and a few shots.
They're there now, I think, because we're 2 men down. And so they need to maybe make an appearance and help out a little bit more. But
I think they'll be part of it, but I
We'll
don't
see.
think they're part of the filming and stuff. Who knows? I
we'll
don't
see.
know. I don't
So
know.
22 hours to charter. Everyone is jumping into action, manning their stations, meeting with their team, except Reagan,
Yeah.
Who's-
Reagan's smoking cigarettes.
doing her favorite activity. Yeah, I think, forget Reagan, we can nickname her Chimney, maybe, or a smokestack. But Reagan, yeah, she spends most of her time smoking on those.
I get it. You
on
want to
those
have
six.
a cigarette. That's cool. But do it when you can. Don't do it when everyone's busting their asses or
Yeah,
meeting.
and
or,
it could be editing,
Yeah.
but there's only so many times you could pull from footage
Yeah.
of her smoking, and they've pulled many different shots of her smoking. So she's smoking a lot, regardless of.
Well,
when it
speaking of
is.
meetings, there is the stew meeting, right?
Yes.
And Natasha is like, I'm nice. I won't scream at anyone. I don't like negativity. And she said she doesn't even believe in the ranks because they're so experienced.
She looked at Kyle and Natalie's CVs.
yeah, I'm
and
saying they're
says
so
you-
experienced.
Yeah, you guys are. She's like, you guys are the same. So I'm not even gonna do ranks. We're not even gonna get into the whole Gabriella, Ashley, third stew, second, right? And Kyle's like, honestly, I do think I deserve my rank. I'm going on 4 years as a chief stew. So maybe if anything, we could be joint second stew.
Well, he said he was a chief stew.
Yeah, he said 4 years of
Oh.
chief stew. Yeah, he's a self-proclaimed service queen.
I love that.
I am here.
I love that.
I am here for that.
So they both are gonna be second stews, as you said.
Yes, they're gonna share that title. And again, it seems pretty flat hierarchy
Yeah.
wise. So who cares? I don't care about the ranks. Kyle may care about the ranks.
The only person who cares about the ranks was Ashley.
Was Ashley? Yeah, Kyle doesn't seem like an Ashley.
Yeah,
So
no.
second stew.
Preference sheet meeting.
Preference sheet meeting time. All right. The primary is Billy Rodriguez, an advertising executive from LA. He and fiance Chris Figaro, who he met in Japan, they're going to be celebrating their anniversary on the boat.
And they want some Japanese food, some seafood, lobsters, fish, and a local drag queen.
They want to do a drag night. Yes.
No,
So-
not to eat, just a drag night.
Who knows?
I kind of,
You have to pay extra for that, I think.
probably, I kind of connected it to my menu.
Well, it is on the menu,
It is on the menu,
but not
for
the
sure.
edible one. So they also want to use all available water toys, except, bummer. The slide is held up in customs.
Oh no! But as Captain Sandy said, toys, 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 always toys, toys
So
out.
apparently, again, full disclosure, we didn't watch last season with Sandy, but apparently she's big into the toys. Apparently she's
She
a
is?
huge fan of the
Oh,
toys.
really?
Loves all sorts of toys, sex toys, water toys, child's toys.
Well,
yes.
he's asking for the toys, so
Yes. So, okay. Anything else from the preference sheet meeting?
I think that's it. They're all gonna start prepping the boat. Everyone but Reagan, because once again, she's enjoying a cigarette.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not good.
It's not good for her health, not good for
No.
the health of the boat.
I don't care about her health, but it's not good for her crew.
No, or her career.
Yeah.
But
The boat is clean. Everyone's going to bed. Natasha and Dave are hugging.
getting very
But nothing
cuddly.
else yet.
Not yet.
Yet.
Not yet. Okay. I think we need to take a quick break. When we come back, we will wake up. We will welcome some guests. We'll have a good time. So we'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Ahoy, Jonathan.
Ahoy, you didn't forget Teresa.
I did not.
Ahoy.
I'm used to saying ahoy to you anyways because we just
We were
came
in
back
Czech.
from Czech.
Ahoy, jak se máš?
Ahoy, jak se máš is hello, how are you in Czech.
Yeah. Dobře. Velmi dobře. All right. Next morning, everyone's waking up. Did they look like they were struggling? Because I was like, they look hungover, but we didn't see them drink.
No, I think they're just tired.
It's just the secondhand smoke from
Yeah,
Reagan.
probably.
really. Yeah. And so Natalia and Natasha are talking. And Natalia is kind of picking up on the Natasha and Dave vibes. And,
Everyone is.
And wondering, you guys ever kiss? Apparently not. That's the
Not
story.
yet.
That's the story Natasha's going with, is we have not kissed. Reagan is putting her lips to work, still smoking cigarettes,
That's all she works on.
while Jason is doing all of the lifting by himself, all of the heavy lifting.
And he hates it.
Sandy's loving Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Jason is like an early, because Sandy loves that hard
She's
work.
helping him because,
Hands on.
because Reagan is somewhere smoking.
Yeah, it's first impressions, right? And Reagan not making the best first impression.
And Sandy's like, what is the bosun?
Yeah. And sees Jason killing it. Gonna give him a gold star. Great first impression from Jason, even though he's from Indiana and doesn't hold a candlestick to Mount Everest or.
I mean, we don't know. He
Essex
just
or-
didn't flex with that. Who knows? But then we see Kyle and Natalia chatting.
They're having like a nice heart to heart.
Yes.
So
And go for it.
Kyle's gay.
Yes.
He tells Natalia he just came out last year.
And Natalia doesn't buy it because he's so openly gay and so himself. So she
Very
doesn't.
comfortable.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say. But so she doesn't buy it. But he said, "I'm from South Africa. It's not popular to be gay there. I went to a all boys school, and it's just I could not come out before.
He had a 12-year relationship in secret.
That's horrible.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
It's wild and
and it damaged him.
it damaged him. Here's what I find so impressive. He just came out last year. And now he's on national TV.
If that's what you call bravo, but yeah.
I don't understand why you always question why when I call things national TV. I don't think you understand what national TV is.
I know that it airs in other countries.
No.
No?
It's one nation. I mean, it does, but national TV means it's not local. It's not regional. You can watch it anywhere in the nation.
When you say national, I picture like, oh, everyone has access to it.
No, that would be international. But
Okay, moving on.
my point is, he's on national TV. He's on a large platform. He's on camera being open about his sexuality when just a year ago he was closeted. So
Good for him.
I find that pretty big and pretty impressive that he is so comfortable now that he's like, yeah, I'll let everyone know.
Yes.
So I find that great.
And he said, I'm almost 30. I want to have kids. I just came out. That's me.
Yeah. And he says, I use humor. Okay. When I'm uncomfortable, I use humor in these situations. And that attracts people to me. And it has people look at me as the funny guy, not the gay guy. And so I think I'm looking forward to that humor. I think
he has a sass.
He's got
more
the
of a
sass.
humor. He has the sass.
He's got some humor. He's got some sass, and I'm here for it. We need that. We need that spice on the boat.
Absolutely. All crew, in your whites, the guests are coming.
All right. So, speaking of whites, how about blue? How do you feel about like the blue Powerade welcome shots that they?
Gross.
That's so not
Gross.
classy.
What was it?
It was some blue shot that I probably did sophomore year in college.
I mean, I feel like it looked fun. Let's say it's like a boat welcome, but I would find it fun for a booze cruise.
for a boo. Okay, thank
Not
you.
for a fancy yacht.
Not for $100,000 a week. Super.
That's what it costs.
I don't know. I'm guessing. I actually found some stats on this boat, and it was more than.
It's a
60.
really nice boat. It's a really
huge.
nice boat.
I don't love the decor. To me, it's like too like 90s Miami, very white, like cocaine kings.
I kind of like the white, but
I would have liked something a little different.
I would like a little more
bohemian
wood.
Or
Yeah.
wood. Yeah, the natural woods. But you're doing shots of this blue Powerade vodka mixer.
Yeah.
No, welcome on with the champagne. That's it. And then if you want to, at midnight, you're doing theme shots or something, whip it out then, fine. But let's have some class here. Although the primary's got zero class, so he probably requested that, right?
yeah. So the guests are in, and Reagan and Jason are bringing in luggage. Well, okay, let me
Great.
correct.
Yeah.
Jason is bringing in luggage because Reagan cannot carry.
She tried at least this time.
Because
It's
her
hard.
lung capacity cannot pick up the luggage.
Her lung capacity. It's hard to carry luggage when you have a cigarette in your hand. So, but she tried.
But Jason's pissed. He's pissed.
He's pissed, And he lets her know it.
That's what I was talking about.
And yeah, it's crazy because it's like, that's your boss.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I was going to say.
It shows zero respect. But I feel like he probably doesn't respect her because he started picking up on the fact that he's cleaning, he's doing all this, and she's just MIA smoking cigarettes to the point that Sandy's helping him. And
Right.
I feel like I would probably lose respect for my boss too if they were MIA and I was doing all the work and they were going to get credit for it.
100%. And I was going to say, Ashley had an attitude, but never with Daisy. She always, she always had
she respected
respect
Daisy
towards-
and Captain Glenn and anyone above her. Well, actually not only Daisy and Captain Glenn.
But I was going to say, so while I kind of understand where Jason's coming from, he's pissed. Still not a good move.
No.
You still need to respect
Yeah.
your boss, even if you don't respect your boss. That's the tricky dance you have to do.
Absolutely.
So the boat departs. Sandy threads the needle through these big buoys.
And we'll see it in the previews. They're going to hit the buoys.
They're at one time, at one
at
charter,
one point,
they're
you're going to hit the buoys.
I thought they were going to do it this time.
Yes.
Because they made that big deal of it.
And
But-
I remember in the previews, she says, I've never hit anything in my career. And there's going to be like a big scratch on the boat.
Yeah, but this time she makes it, threads that needle, and then the guests sit down for lunch. So before they serve the food, we see Dave in the galley flirting with Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I'm starting to pick up like, okay, this is more than friends because he's cooking and she goes, soup looks beautiful. And Dave goes, you
You
too.
look beautiful.
That's too much.
Is it?
If you're just coworkers, I think that's too much.
Well, yes.
That's where I'm picking up. Like,
There are more, yeah.
if it was like, I was gonna say even this is too much for a coworker. Like, oh, that looks good. I'm like, yeah, you too. Like,
No.
that's a little too much for
Yeah, it's
coworkers.
too
But like
much.
saying your coworker
You
looks
should-
beautiful.
You should say like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, you
hopefully
know-
it tastes good.
Yeah, and leave it there. We don't need to talk about looks.
Yeah,
But that's where I was like, okay, something's going on here.
for sure.
So first course, little minestrone that the primary Billy is not impressed with.
It's too peppery. It's too peppery.
I think he's just embarrassed that he sneezed when he. And he's like, there's too much pepper in here. There's too much. No, you just sneezed, bro. Second course, octopus. Then a little sea bass and linguine. Third course, and this is lunch, folks. We're still talking about lunch. 12-hour braised beef cheeks.
Ooh.
Billy is hating it all.
Because someone put cinnamon on it.
And just to be clear, it's just a cinnamon stick. It's like a garnish, okay? No one put powdered cinnamon all over the beef.
And most importantly, he did not put it in his preference sheet that he wants to see.
He thinks, oh, no, I must have put this down. So he tells Kyle, let me get this beef.
He loves Kyle.
Let me get this beef sans cinnamon. And so Kyle goes and gets it. And then Billy says, well, while you're at it, let me see the preference sheet. I want to make sure I put this down. I'm sure I did. But surprise, surprise, he did not write down no cinnamon.
I have to say, if you don't like cinnamon and there is even a cinnamon stick in your food, you're going to taste it because you're not going to like it. Or you're going to maybe smell it.
Yeah.
So I get that he picked up on it.
But if you don't like cinnamon that much, put it on the preference sheet.
Yeah, I know.
I think Billy's the type of person, he's so full of himself. He thinks everyone just knows what he wants. Like, you should just know what I want.
Yeah.
No. You put it down on the preference sheet. You didn't do it. You got cinnamon.
Yes.
The best part of it was we got to hear Natalia struggle with the word cinnamon. She couldn't. She's like, cinnamon. Cinnamon.
Wait, where is she from?
I don't know.
They didn't say.
Where is she from? Is she from America?
No, I don't think so.
Cinnamon?
I think anyone can pronounce cinnamon.
No, that's a tough one.
Is it?
It's also like
It's easy.
banana.
Cinnamon. Banana is an
writing
easy one.
banana is very tough to do. You never know when to stop with the nod.
You're so right.
You're
You're
like,
so right.
Na.
You should just say nana.
Yeah,
Nana.
that's what I called my grandma. Okay, so the guests finish lunch and they want in that water. But once again, Reagan causing some waves.
And Billy does not like Reagan.
Right, and no one does. So
And he literally says, Reagan is not my enemy. I'm irritated by her.
So is Billy my friend? Isn't it like the enemy
He's like
of my enemy?
He's a frenemy.
But Billy, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's like what Dwight says. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I guess Billy is my friend.
Yeah. So Captain Sandy comes and talks to him because he has all these complaints. And so he tells her about Reagan and how he requested a slide out at all times.
Well, the slides in customs. Okay, well then make up for it. If the slide isn't here,
Why
make
don't
up.
you buy the sled in Europe?
Why don't you buy this? Why isn't it a European slide? Make up for it. Like, he freaks out. He's calling Reagan a stupid bitch behind her back.
Oh, he did? I missed that.
He's so drunk, right? He's out of it. And he's freaking out, even though Sandy's being very calm, like using this.
Well, she has to.
Right. But
She has
just,
to.
you could tell she was putting on this affect on her voice, like this disappointed teacher, like
And
voice.
Billy is also complaining that Reagan isn't warm and fuzzy. You should have put in your preference sheet.
I always say it. Money can't buy class. This guy might have money. He can't buy class
True.
because he's so trashy.
And Sandy ends up being the one putting all the toys out because Reagan's smoking or doing something else.
Of course.
The toys are not out. So she's basically being put to work by herself.
The best part is, right, they get the wave runners out and they get these toys out for the guests, but they're so drunk that they can't operate them themselves. They have the crew has to like drive them around on the wave runners because they're too drunk.
But
They
luckily,
need a DD.
Reagan isn't driving Billy.
Right. Jason is driving.
Yeah.
But they need a DD for these water toys. That's how wasted they are.
Yes, so they're having some fun. Dinner will be at 9:30.
Yes, so Dave has to get to work on that.
2 hours to dinner.
And a little pressure now, especially since lunch wasn't the biggest hit.
So everyone's getting ready for dinner. Natalia is unpacking their bags, right?
Yes.
Dave is cooking. We're gonna have beef steaks with wild mushrooms and mashed potatoes.
Okay, I'll take that.
Everyone loves it, but Billy.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise, the steak is too raw.
That's what I'm saying. He's a billy goat. He's like, can we just hockey puck this thing? Can we
Yeah.
make this super hard? I don't like anything with any tenderness.
And
to
he
it.
loves Kyle, so he calls Kyle like, ugh, take this back. I need something a little well done. Kyle, can you please take care of this?
What did you think of, because Billy made a comment about the lights. When they sat
He
down at the
did?
table, the decor on the table, he was like, which was kind of funny. He's like, hey, Siri, make these lights
Oh, yeah.
anything but this. Or like the table was a little tacky.
Yeah.
It looked like they bought decor from Hot Topic. The only thing that was missing was like a lava lamp.
I love lava lamps. I only wanted to buy one. I never got a chance. Can we get one?
No, it's not our vibe.
It's true.
We're not sophomores in college. My Jimi Hendrix poster is off the wall, and
I thought lava lamps were very retro, not college kids.
no, it's for college kids.
Really?
It also is retro, like that 70s show, but I think it's for college.
Why would
kids.
you get a lava lamp as a college kid?
We go to Amsterdam for 3 days, and this girl wants a lava lamp now. That's what it's for. Also,
Now I do want a lava lamp.
okay, were they drinking espresso martinis with their first course?
I did not pick up on that.
What were you watching during this section?
The food, the steak,
The wild mushrooms.
the electricity between Kyle and Billy.
I don't think Kyle hooks up with Billy. Maybe
No, he
does.
doesn't, but I think he has a little crush on
But
him.
eventually, I'm pretty sure Kyle this season hooks up with a guest.
Really?
I think there's been teases. I think,
Yes,
but they were drinking
yes.
espresso martinis, which we are huge fans of.
But it has to be good. It has to be good.
But not from the first course. That is an
No,
after
it's an
dinner
after.
drink.
It's
It's a dessert drink.
Yes.
It's an-
I was gonna say it's either a dessert drink or it's an aperitif.
an aperitif. I was gonna say an amuse bouche, which it's not. I just like saying amuse bouche. But it's an after dinner drink. Maybe if you want to wrap up dinner, like as your entree is coming to an end, you order it, okay? But you're having it from appetizers? No.
I drinking when I feel like I would like to have a cake.
Yes.
But
a sweet.
I'm too full for a cake. I also want to drink. I'm gonna have an espresso martini.
It scratches
please.
both issues.
It does,
Both
yeah.
issues. Which they are issues for us too, which is alcohol.
You make a
and-
good one too.
The secret, guys. Bailey's.
Mm-hmm.
A little creamy goodness. What we do, we just do espresso, vodka, Bailey's. I think that's it.
Maybe.
Vanilla vodka, maybe?
I think our Bailey. No, we don't buy that shit.
No.
Our Bailey's expired.
Yeah, we'll have to get more. And don't buy the Bailey's, it's too expensive. Get like Murphy's or some
Oh,
generic.
the Costco version.
Yeah. Okay. So dinner is happening. The boat is struggling. The crew is struggling. So not a moment too soon, the remaining deckhands arrive. Storm and Z.
Woohoo! Finally, Z knows Sandy, so they
Yes.
hug it out.
Hug it out. She shows him around saying, here's what needs to happen. You got to help with these provisions because they're a mess.
They basically just got there, and she put them to work.
Which is good.
Yeah.
They arrived to the job.
Yeah.
It's time to work. Speaking of time to work, cut to Reagan ripping cigs
Oh my gosh, that's all she does.
once again. And shouldn't she be the one showing
Absolutely.
Z and Storm around? Like she's
I'm not
the
having it with
leader
her.
of the deck.
Yeah, she's
and Sandy.
She's a moron.
Yeah. So dessert is served, and now it's almost time for the drag queen show.
And Natasha and Kyle dressed up to introduce the drag queen.
They
I like
did their
it.
own drag,
Yeah,
their
I
own
love
spin.
it.
Yeah, but the professional arrives. Triana Wild, I think is her name.
Yes.
Triana Wild?
And
Whee! She should have
And
smashed it as hot as this
she's
performance.
dancing, she's enjoying it, and Kyle and Natasha joins her.
Triana,
show, it's a
Triana,
show.
I think has a splinter in her hoo-ha or his hoo-ha because
I
she
think
was
his hoo-ha.
she was going hard on that deck.
I know.
She was going.
I know.
Yeah, it pained me to watch that performance because of how hard she was dry humping
But
that deck.
everyone loved it. The
Everyone
guests
loved
loved it. They took a photo with the drag queen.
Yes.
And they're tired and ready to hit the hay.
Yes. So the guests head to bed. Natasha and Kyle are cleaning up.
And this is my other point when I said, I think Kyle respects Natasha, but I almost feel like this is crossing a line because he's like, so how long have you and the chef been seeing each other? It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
She's your brand new boss, dude.
But you only think it's out of line because the relationship is
Yeah.
secret. If the relationship was out in the open, that's a fine question to
Yes.
ask.
Yeah, no, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
It's because he's seeing through
Yeah.
and going, I'm going to ask something that you're not
And Natasha's
being
like,
honest.
don't. And she's
She
like
denies.
blushing like crazy. I'm like, girl, you know it. We know it.
She does admit she's had 2 previous boat relationships, boatmances.
Mm-hmm.
She admits to that.
But let me ask you this, and I think it's true. So they finish cleaning and they go back to their cabins. Natasha enters her cabin and she says, do you want to screw?
So formal, Teresa.
Right?
No, I think she says, wanna screw?
Oh.
Would you like to screw, David?
Hello, sir.
Hello, David. Would
May
you
you please screw me?
would you enjoy a screwing right now? No, she's like, you want to screw. And he nods.
DTF?
He nods, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Why? What was your
Okay.
question?
Well, if she actually said it. She did, right?
She said, want to
Yeah,
screw.
yeah.
And he was like, yes.
Well, and now we see the morning when they're
Yeah,
like,
I mean, come on.
hugging. They banged.
Smooching.
They banged.
Like,
Because they were like,
hugging. Yes.
and she said, you're going to literally like it when I'm naked. I
What?
didn't get that because didn't he just see her naked?
Maybe she, I don't know, left something on in case someone walked in.
And
I
he
don't
says,
know.
you're naked. And then they kiss.
You didn't pick up on this, I'm sure.
What?
But the next
His
scene,
penis? No.
almost the next scene, he's in the galley, Dave's in the galley, and Natasha walks in and she's holding bananas. And I'm like, talk about a metaphor.
Really?
She was holding bananas when she walked in.
You're reading too much into this.
They just were hugging and smooching, and now she's walking in with bananas. Come
Right.
on.
Because it's breakfast time. You got a little dirty.
Anyways, you were the one talking about condoms and bananas.
Well, that's how you learn.
Yeah. All right. So,
And then you can eat the banana afterwards.
oh boy. Sandy is missing her watch schedule. So she calls Reagan up to talk.
I'm glad she finally is putting her in her place.
Yeah.
And Sandy's like, so what is the schedule? And like Reagan kind of makes up an excuse that she
like verbally did it. Well, I
yeah, she's
told
like,
you
oh, I
my
was like
schedule.
waiting until everyone's here and see like what's up. And now Jason's sleeping. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like you just say like, oh shit, I forgot. I'll get it done.
Right. And that's not the only issue. The tender isn't in the water.
And the toys.
Sandy's toys.
And she's like, toys. I told you that before.
We should, new name for the boat. The toy box.
The toy box.
Or the toy boat.
Well, next time.
Yeah.
But
So
Reagan basically says, this is the most demanding job on day one, dude.
it's the most
You
demanding.
just smoke cigarettes.
You
so
were asked to do like two things: carry a suitcase and put a toy boat or put a toy in the water. Like,
Yeah.
come on. But so she goes and she starts to do what she was asked with Jason.
Well, with Storm and MZ.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Storm is there to assist because they're putting the fencer into the water. The tender. I put out the fencer.
Yeah.
The tender into the water. And Storm to the rescue because it first looks a little wonky, but he kind of gets in so he can put it in the water,
Mm-hmm.
drive it around. But then we see the timestamp. It's 12:21 and the guests are still not in the water.
Yes. And
And it's Reagan's fault.
speaking of Storm,
Oh my gosh.
Very
all
soon.
All crew.
very soon the boat starts weaving and bobbing.
Rocking.
The boat starts rocking.
Rock your boat.
That's row your boat, but
Mm.
okay. Sandy sees that they lost their stabilizers.
So what is that?
I don't know, but there must be something that either floats or does it touch the ground that keeps the boat
Yeah.
from rocking too much.
Everything is sliding and breaking and oh my gosh, are we crashing?
Are we crashing?
And
The boat
it's
name?
TBC.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where the episode ends. A great season premiere.
Great.
I'm excited.
I love that, and you said it to me, but I love that they always just hit the ground running.
I turned to Teresa 10 minutes into this episode. I was like, we're in it already. We're doing a preference sheet meeting. We got primaries coming aboard because we'll talk about Married at First Sight soon enough. But it takes 19 episodes
my God.
to get anywhere. And when
Very
it's
true.
good, it's good. But just get there already. This show hit I want to say ground running, but it's not a ground. It's the ocean.
Hit
but
the ocean.
Hit the ocean running, but we're in it. And it's
in
good.
it to win it.
I'm so glad we covered the show. We love Below Deck. What an addition.
Absolutely.
What an addition. Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. Make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to follow the podcast. You just look down, smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as this brand new season. Oof.
Get on that Patreon if you want Seeking Sister Wife content or our monthly bonus pod, patreon.com/married to reality. And thank you again for all the reviews. We love you guys. You are the best. I've said it all. Have you said it all?
I've said it all.
All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.